in the Moana Pasifika lineup, named by coach Whaalongo Tana Umanga. Immediate threat on the wings, where Lester Whainga-Anuku and Salesi Rayasi have been shooting the lights out in Mitre 10 Cup. Powerful midfield of Vince Arsof, Fetuli Paia, Josh Ioane and Stephen Perofeta give them a dual pivot game. Palau Whakatava in brilliant form at halfback. Very solid forward pack. Peter Gus Soakula, Marino Mikaeli Tu'u and 7-star Alamanda Motunga in the loose trio. Koi and Kali Tuioti at lock. Impressive starting and replacement platoons covering the front row. The captain is Michael Alatoa. And as I say, Tana Umanga heading a very powerful coaching lineup. Let's look at the Maori All Black side. Experience there, Kane. A lot of young blood as well and some late changes.
Yeah, I know te kapa o whango Maori, and what is their sole game of the year. That one cap, however, will be exciting for those who are yet to don the Maori All Black jersey. A chance to represent their people and their country. Before we honour those on debut, Marcel Renata is now out and Josh Honock will take that place. Ross Wright moves to the bench and Pody Rakete Stones will move to loosehead. Manaki Selby Rickett will follow his father into the black jersey at lock, and the centre pairing of local lad Quinn Tupaia and Billy Proctor will share the occasion in close ranks. At the back starts Caleb Trask, while on the bench 5 players will await their chance to debut. The Ngāpuhi duo of Kurt Eklund and Tamaiti Williams will be itching for their shot. Ethan Roots has earned his spot, and Pungakawa and Te Sports native Rame Kapoihipi and Whakareorewa's Matt Skip with Garland will also add impact when the time comes. Excitement, energy, experience and passion, TJ.
The All Blacks, the Maori All Blacks that is, have played 55 games in total against our Pacific neighbours, Fiji, Samoa and Tonga. But this is the first time they've played a team combining the rich talents of all three. It has been an extraordinary year. Can it end on an extraordinary note here in Aotearoa, New Zealand? An unbelievable setup for the match. Crowd still coming in, and we're all set. It will be Moana Pasifika to kick off through Josh Ioane. And so this historic match is underway in Hamilton, and what a great start for the man who led the Fiji element of the challenge. Peter Gus Soakula claiming the ball from the kickoff, and straight away Moana Pasifika have a penalty right out in front of the posts.
Shot call. Yeah, it's interesting too, because I thought Liam Missam was mixed into this, but Peter Gus Soakula, he knows this ground well, Katie.
Yeah, he's done it for the Chiefs for a long time, but that's just a mismatch. You can see there Peter Gus against the number 12, Quinn Tupaia. That's a great start for the Moana Pasifika team, and as you'd expect, early points within 30 seconds.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't think that this would be the start, but great work from Peter Gus Soakula.
Yeah, timed it to perfection, ball to the ground, and so Josh Ioane has the opportunity to open the scoring. This would be a great beginning for a team that's had just a few days together, and over it goes. Well, ignited by the passion of their challenge, Peter Gus Soakula creates the opportunity. Josh Ioane turns it into the first 3 points of the game. Moana Pasifika 3, Maori All Blacks 0. So Otere Black, Maori All Blacks will look to respond. And early touch for Lester Whainga-Anuku. What a threat on the wings for the Moana Pasifika side. Salesi Rayasi, the ball going out his way now. He's on the left-hand edge. And put a ring around it. There's going to be a lot of movement in this game, but here's a steal for the Maori All Blacks. A chance to hit back. Selby Rickett moving it on. Good strong run from Quinn Tupaia, whose thrusting runs in the middle of the park will be a real asset in his first match for the Maori All Blacks. Black just holding on to it, delaying the pass away to Messam. He drives it over the 22. There for Brent Hall, sweeps it away through the hands, but a little bit awkwardly. Caleb Trask not able to take the ball cleanly. And it's been turned over. Soakula flicks it away on the short side. Here's Marino Mikaeli Tu'u. Talking of threats, Look out for him with ball in hand. Naitoa Akoi, who had such a great season here with the Chiefs in Super Rugby Aotearoa. Falau Fakatava goes to the air. And coming forward and taking it comfortably, Caleb Trask. Again, Peter Gus saw Kula. He's a man on fire. He made the chase and the tackle, but they have it. Black now swinging the pass wide. Wainui moving it on, stepping his Tupaia, opening up a bit of space here for Fetu Kamo Douglas. He takes it down towards halfway. Wow, hands on the ground there. Just a little bit exuberant from Lester Whainga Anuku. But man, if the movement we've seen in the first 3 minutes, Kane Hames, is anything to go by, we're in for a treat here tonight.
Yeah, this was the start. This was the start that I was actually originally expecting. I was surprised by how it did start. Lester Whainga Anuku was involved a couple of times. Otere Black, couple of turnovers. Moana Pasifika, you could tell with the exit play, probably haven't spent, well, they have spent just a week together, so you can see that there might be a couple of set piece and a lot of the tidier parts of your game that you normally see in Mighty 10 Cup, but it's loose and it's going to make for an exciting game, KT.
Yeah, two guys already been very prominent for Moana Pasifika. Number 8, Peter Gus Sawakula, and Ash Dixon. He's the one with the turnover, just about to throw this one in.
So Ash Dixon down towards the back. It's not taken cleanly, but they've got it, and they get it away to Tupaia, who's already showing that he can be a real threat tonight in that number 12 jersey. Well, Hall one way, then the other. Finds in the end Billy Harmon. Not a bad pass either, because he threw it in traffic. Harmon takes it almost to the 22. Hall swings it away to the right. Dixon, loose ball away, and Black puts the kick out to the wing. Sean Stevenson is there, marking up against his cousin tonight. And back goes Salesi Rayasi. He's caught, taken around the ankles by Billy Proctor. They hold him up off the ground, and this will force a turnover. Well, great work from Stevenson. He'll be relishing the challenge of playing against Salesi Rayasi tonight. And I reckon he gets first points in that one, Kane.
Yeah, it's a little bit messy, and you're right. Would take the first point on this exchange. Nice kick from Otere Black out to the right wing. And here's where he gets his first points, TJ. You're exactly right. Nice touch on the foot. Salesi Rayasi could have dragged him over the 5, didn't. But like I was saying before, they've only spent 1 week together, both of these teams. It does make for a little bit of the set piece play, not as tidy as you want. But what it is going to make is excitement every time that both of these teams touch the ball.
It's actually great work by Billy Proctor around the ankles. Do not allow him, Rayasi, to get his knees to the ground. That's why the turnover came. Great attacking position here for the Māori.
Well, Stevenson just parked right in behind the scrum here.
Just stay there so I can get a really clear
A late change, as Kane Hames mentioned before. There is Sean Stevenson, but that reshuffle in the Māori All Blacks front row,
Let's go again.
with Josh Honeck having to switch to the tight head side. Marcel Renata, the unfortunate man, having to pull out. Pori Rakete Stones coming into the side and taking over at loose head.
Crouch.
And Ross Wright comes onto the bench.
Bind.
And neither of these packs have really played together before. That's a good, solid scrum for the Māori All Blacks. Ball knocked away by Fakatava, and that's a penalty.
Yeah, 6 minutes in, a couple of penalties. Fakatava, Alamando Matunga. I think Lester Whainga Anuku a little bit earlier. Just need to tidy this part up, the Moana Pasifika do. Probably not a part of the game you want to be giving 3 penalties away within 6 minutes.
Especially in this position here, Kane, because we know Ash Dixon is pretty accurate with his throwing. I'm sure line-out drive's coming right here.
Yeah, Ash Dixon will go to the line-out, playing his 13th match in the famous Māori All Black jersey. Ngāti Tahinga is iwi, the western coast of the Waikato region over near Raglan. And he's got some targets. You see Douglas going towards the front. They go down towards the back. Billy Harmon is the man they throw it to. And they set it up for the drive at the line. Dixon, well, he's there in the wheelhouse. This is his specialty. And they edge towards the line. And they're starting to break up the opposition pack too. Now they're held up. And Hall may have to release this, although they continue to work it towards the line. Hall decides, well, I can't rip it away from them. I might as well put my head in and join them. Douglas, he's taken just short. They're getting very close here. And they're over the line, and they're appealing for a try. Douglas it is, who looks like he's grounded it over the line. Or is it, no, it's Liam Messam.
I've initially got it short, and then I think potentially he's had a second movement. But we've got ball on the line, haven't we? Yeah. Okay, Lee, I'm going to come to you. Time off. No, down by black. On-field decision try, because we've got the ball on the line here. I just want to check to see whether we didn't have a clear double movement. The player was held and then he pushed out and lunged again. Yeah. I'll just watch this first.
Wasn't Liam Messam possibly has the ball? There he is. So if first he's grounded, he cannot make a second movement. It's just really hard to see there whether that's the case. Left knee on the ground. He's now a tackled player. Of course, it's slow motion, so that changes a little bit. I would say, KT, that will probably be ruled as a double movement. It's a small double movement, but still a double movement altogether.
Yeah, I agree with you. Once his knee's on the ground, he's got to set it up. He's gone again. It's not in the same motion, is it?
Yeah.
I think we'll be coming back.
Stop. Momentum stop and then pushing again.
It wasn't exactly a look of triumph on his face, was it? I don't think he was too certain.
Yeah, and Fakatava as well, you can see.
Lee, I'm happy with that, if you want to come back to me.
Oh.
Yeah, so what I've got is he's clearly held, momentum stopped, he's on his knees, and then he's had a second movement to get to the line. So it's no try. I'm going penalty double movement.
Yeah, good call, Mike Fraser. It does make it a lot harder when you've got slow motion, and we only watched it in slow motion as well. But you're right, KT, he was definitely grounded, held by Fakatava, then reached out again, second movement.
Yeah, I think, though, Kane, the wash-up is Moana Pasifika can't give away penalties in this area like that because the Maori will start taking them in that situation.
It's actually really good maul defence. You know, they do try walking around the edges a little bit. That didn't happen there. It started to break up and then earned that penalty there. Fakatava over the ball.
Yeah, well, as we say, the team's not a lot of time together to build their set piece. Yes, they've been training, but been also a lot going on behind the scenes, a lot of celebration, a lot of connection. These guys, they had a visit earlier in the week from some of the greats of Pasifika rugby, the likes of Brian Williams, Michael Jones, Eroni Clark. Getting up and challenging was Manaki Selby Rickett, but they've got it back in the good strong move through the middle from Alamanda Mutunga, who's really a 7 specialist and has been playing for Counties Manuko in the Mitre 10 Cup. Caleb Trask, early touch for him, and he hasn't found touch. Ioane puts the kick back down into the 22, and this time Oteri Black calls for the mark.
In front of the kick. Never put onside.
Oh no, the referee has got a penalty now against the Maori All Blacks, and so an opportunity, if they choose, for Moana Pasifika to have another shot at goal.
Yeah, some wayward kicking probably from the Moana Pasifika team. Not necessarily forcing anything, just a mistake.
Always advancing in front of the kick
from Billy Harmon. So off of this kick, spotting Billy Harmon. There you must stay and wait until you're put onside. I can't spot Billy Harmon there, but he advanced in front and conceded a penalty off the back of some pretty average kicking, KT.
Yeah, well, it's something both teams would just have to be a bit wary of, won't it? Because Josh Ioane, he can kick, that's for sure. So have to be a bit more selective in how they use that kick.
So Josh Ioane, this a more challenging kick, but we know just how accurate he is. And looks very composed as well. Special this for him, as he said before the game, really honouring his father's side of the family by turning out for this side. He's landed one, and now he lands a second, and Moana Pasifika lead by 6-0 in Hamilton. And there is some of those names that I mentioned. In fact, all three of them. B.G. Williams, Michael Jones, Eroni Clark. Legendary figures of the game. What an inspiration it must have been, these young men, to have them in their presence earlier in the week. Lester Whainga-Anuku, who has been in stunning form for the champion Tasman Mako. Although, again, Māori All Blacks showing good aggression at the breakdown. Ioane moves it on. Akoi, he's done this plenty of times this year. Just looking to work the ball downfield, create some space for the clearing kick. And it's partially charged too. And that puts everyone onside. And Caleb Trask absolutely hammered in the tackle. Now pressure on Sean Wainui. Flag's gone up.
It's out here. So we've got a knock on by Black, don't we? So options.
That was good pressure from the Moana Pasifika team. Originally it started...
It's knocked on and then gone into touch. Options, scrabble line out.
From a charge down off the kick just there.
Carry on.
Folau Whakatava got impeded in his pass, and that just gave the chasers a little bit more time. But it's here that the Moana Pasifika team, started by Fetuli Paia, and they've gone quick.
Over the top they go, and why not give the ball to this fellow? Whainga-Anuku gets them on the front foot. Well, now they get ahead of steamer. And although just as it looked like they were really starting to create something, the ball lost by Peter Gus Soakula.
First off white, then off black. Just there, no advantage.
And it'll be a scrum, Māori All Blacks ball. Such thrust in the middle of the park too. Quinn Tupaia, Billy Proctor for the Māori All Blacks, Vince Aso for Tuli Paia for Moana Pasifika.
Yeah, keep working with that pipe, I'll say the same to him.
I'll tell you what, TJ, in the middle of that field, Manaki Selby Rickett actually put a massive shot on. I think it was Peter Gus Soakula in his right timing. Defensively, because they're looking very good, weren't they? Looking very connected. It's Moana Pasifika team, so that's a good stop by the second row.
And wearing the number 5 jersey, Manaki Selby Rickett, father Hud Rickett. He played 11 games for the Māori All Blacks between 78 and 82. Couple of tests for the All Blacks as well. He's made a strong start to the game. Their scrum looks solid. Messam in the back. And away comes Bryn Hall. Now the kick downfield from Caleb Trask, and driving them back. Stephen Perofeta under a bit of pressure again at the back. He was the man who had his kick charge down, although that is a pretty good outcome. Pauri Rakiti Stones having to go back. In fact, Josh Honeck, I beg your pardon, change of jersey. Now the Māori All Blacks have it. Sean Wainui trying to work his way through the defence. Akoi involved. Now Walker Leoeri. In the passing just a little bit loose. Caleb Trask is there, and in the end he decides to put boot to ball, and he's kicked it straight down to Josh Ioane, who's made a confident start to this game. Runs into Wainui and Harmon, who make the tackle. Whakatava clears it away. Here is the captain, Michael Alatoa. Whakatava now clears it away to his right. Paia being held up. That's great work from Bryn Hall. Good strength. Billy Harmon involved too. But they still have it. Alatoa again calling for it. Rakete Stones it is in jersey 1. And now Ioane. Towering kick over towards the right wing, and brilliantly taken on the follow through by Salesi Rayasi. Now Peter Gus Soakula. So onto the attack go Moana Pasifika. Whakatava swings it away. Now here's Vince Aso, offloading it nicely away to Ioane. Dixon going in, trying to get the turnover, but they free it away for Tuli Paia. And referee blows a penalty.
Head of the ball in the side.
Moana Pasifika team now starting to shift quite a little bit with their kicking. A very good contestable kick earlier, which Salesi Rayasi won. A couple of phases later, and this is where the Māori All Blacks need to fix up, because every time Moana Pasifika have visited their half, they've conceded penalties. This time they earned one and starting to shift a little bit, KT.
Yeah, what I like about it though, Kane, is Moana Pasifika forwards are really laying the platform and earning the right to go wide, and then using their kick and they're making them contestable. At the moment, the Māori All Blacks are just going side to side and not going north to south at the moment.
little kicks in behind from the Maori All Blacks. They're very clever as well. Sean Stevenson chasing off the back of them. And this is the kick earlier. Salesi Rayasi up in the air. We saw Sawai Kula do a little bit earlier. So if Josh can keep them contestable, Josh Ioane can keep them contestable, I think they could get some pay out of it.
Just great positioning there from Rayasi, wasn't it? Down towards the back of the line out. And Isaiah Walker-Leawere. Hall does a little wrap around play. Quickly on from Oteri Black. Wainui there, big wide pass. Here's Stevenson again. Trying to chop inside and getting through the tackle of Rayasi. Breaks another one. Brilliant run from Stevenson. And Caleb Trask will score.
Oh, flags up.
The flag's up on the far side. No try.
Oh, he's confident too as Brendan Prickle with his flag up in the air. He's a slippery, slick character as Sean Stevenson. Nearly got one away and has got another over his cousin. I'm unsure who stepped on the touchline. Lenny Apisai ready to throw.
Well, they're wasting no time forming the line out. We'll find out sooner or later whether it was Stevenson or Trask who put a foot on the line. Kali Tuioti wins the line out. Soakula happy to carry it up, and they go back to Ioane. Charge, ball loose in the end goal, goes over the touchline.
Just charge down outside 22.
It'll be a dropout from the 22. Here it is, Kane.
Yeah, just a little hit and spin there out of Salesi Rayasi. You can see the disappointment. He's let his cousin through again. Probably happened in the backyard. Caleb Trask, oh, just the right foot and then the left foot after. He's probably missed one there. But actually, KT, 2 charge downs now for the Moana Pasifika team. I'm unsure if it's Folau Fakatava taking a little bit of time, allowing the chasers to come through. But 2 charge downs, it will cost them if it keeps happening.
Sean Wainui has it and makes a strong run. Well, such a good practitioner on the left wing, Sean Wainui. Very good defensive player, but also very capable. A lot of star quality in the wing positions here tonight. Here he is again, Wainui. It's his work rate as well. He'll look for the ball. He's been ripped out, though, by Moana Pasifika. Flung wide by Pedal Feta, and they've got numbers away to the left here. Rayasi, well, coming across was Douglas, trying to shepherd him out towards the touchline. Vince Ussel is there in support. Boy, that's a great head-to-head on that wing. Now back to the middle of the park, and Gerard Kali Tuioti. Tackle made by Honeck. Fakatava kicks, and he kicks deep. And the ball sitting up inside the 22. Another awkward bounce. Whainga Anuku is there. In fact, it's Motunga who got there. Well, great speed from the open side flanker. But in the end, just a little knock on.
Yeah, it's the kick chase. It's the kick chase for me from Moana Pasifika. They're working very hard. Every time they put a kick up, are they the best kicks? Sometimes no, the Māori All Blacks just catching it. Leicester Whainga Anuku gets the turnover here, and then they go to work. And it's interesting too, because I was thinking to myself, KT, that the wingers for the Māori All Blacks are probably outshining Leicester Whainga Anuku and Salesi Rayasi, 2 powerful wings who have been special in the Mitre 10 Cup, but now starting to show their worth.
Yeah, all 4 wingers of high quality, aren't they? They've all got different skill sets, that's for sure. We've seen the slickness of Stevenson on the far side of the field. We've seen the toughness of the number 11, Sean Wainui, but we've seen the skills early by Rayasi, and then Leicester Whainga Anuku. He's just a monster.
Also scrum time, I thought Moana Pasifika could maybe have the edge on the Māori All Black team. Pody Rakete Stones is a weightlifting champion, a powerlifting champion, very strong, and seems to be holding up well against Michael Alaalatoa.
Well, having trouble hooking the ball here. So much pressure on. Now they get a bit of weight on. No, free kick.
Yeah, interesting. You have to hook for the ball, so it probably hasn't happened a lot. Mike Fraser took a little while to make a call, but if you put the ball in and your team doesn't hook for the ball, that is a free kick offence. It goes away.
Well, just while we wait for the next passage of play, they're going to have a scrum. We'll quickly go down to the sideline. Reid Prinsep from the Māori All Blacks joins us. Kia ora, Reid. What do you make of the first 20 minutes? It's a pretty tight struggle.
Kia ora, TJ. Yeah, it's certainly a very physical game. Both sides getting off the line, both sides carrying hard. The kicking game has been a factor as well. I felt the Moana Pasifika team kicking well and putting good pressure on with their big wings, whereas we've sort of been forced to kick when not on our own terms.
You've had a limited preparation. I mean, were you expecting it might take a wee while for the team to settle?
Yeah, I suppose that's part of it. Tried to keep off our feet as much during the week, get a lot of clarity in, so the boys can just come out, execute and just play what they see.
Okay, kia ora, mate. Thanks very much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of the game.
No worries, cheers.
Also, attacking scrum. Fakatava puts it in. Hall ready to pounce. Ioane waiting for the pass, and he gets it, takes it flat on the line too. Whainga Anuku, they used a dummy runner there as well. It was for Tuli Paia, and trying to hold Whainga Anuku up as well. They go to ground, a bit of a heap, and just rolling onto the, well, maybe a little bit lucky there, Maori All Blacks. Not a lot of rolling away in any direction. Some quite good work in the end from Billy Proctor, and the Maori All Blacks get a relieving penalty.
Yeah, speaking of good work, you're right. It started with a short ball for Tuli Paia by the look of it, and Lester Whainga Anuku at the back. But every time Lester Whainga Anuku has had the ball in his hands, he meets two Maori All Black players.
Yeah, it was actually Quintu Paia who stole this ball too, doing extremely well. The debutant. You watch him here, the third man in, takes a hit, and then he rips at the two centres right there.
Yeah, they really are attacking the ball, aren't they, Māori All Blacks? Looking for those turnovers. And so far, they're succeeding. Now, Ash Dixon. Oh, nice work from Whanaki, Selby Rickett. Big, tall man. And you can see him there, just urging his teammates on. The communication there as they look to drive the ball ahead downfield. Akoi has to get out of there. And now Moana Pasifika trying to get some players in behind the ball, but it's coming for Bryn Hall. Away it goes now to Paia, taking the defence on. Lenny Apisai involved in the tackle along with Vince Arsaw. Coming now for Hall. Oh, Trask has just cut them open. Well, he was denied moments ago, but not this time. The brilliant young fullback scores for the Māori All Blacks.
It did start from a maul in the midfield. It looks like it surprised the Moana Pasifika team close to the line. You expect it, but maybe not in midfield, and possibly a little bit tired later. It looks like Caleb Trask found Michael Alalatoa. He was the man finished and left on the ground. Tired legs from that maul, KT. Picked on a mismatch, and Caleb Trask is in.
Yeah, timing. All about timing from the young man. There was three defenders. He hits the angle, slices through. The 21-year-old debutant will remember that score, that's for sure. Well done.
Well, the Ngāpui iwi very well represented here tonight, and here is a new star of New Zealand rugby. We knew he was destined for big things from the moment we saw him playing for the Bay of Plenty Steamers, but this year he has come on leaps and bounds. Denied moments ago by the touchline, scores and converts, and the Māori All Blacks are in front by 7-6.
Yeah, sweet line by Caleb Trask, Rotorua Boys High School educated. They'll be pumped in the boarding house.
He's another carrying on a family tradition, a name that's been seen in Bay of Plenty teams in the past.
Yep.
Well, Josh Ioane with the restart, first try of the game, an absolute scorcher. So many talented young players in this both teams here tonight. Here's another one, Walker Leaweri striding his way downfield. And back they go. Oteri Black sends a long kick down inside the 22. Pero Feta is back there. And good clearance from him. Sends play back on the Māori All Black side of halfway. this team, Moana Pasifika, are, I guess, a new incarnation of the Pacific Islands team that played 2004 to 2008 under the Pacific Islands Rugby Alliance. They had 11 matches and a lot of test matches, just fell down because they wanted to play more frequently than the IRB was prepared to allow them. But this is a different looking team with perhaps some different aspirations. And now the Maori All Blacks get things moving. Douglas with a strong run. Walker Leawete quickly moving it on. 10-metre mark to the short side there. Stevenson, nice step, and then the pass away to Sean Wainui. The two Chiefs wingers working together. But good work at the breakdown. Might even be Folau Fakatava finishing off the good work. Lester Whainga-Anuku involved as well. They get a penalty.
Yeah, when it comes to turnovers, Lester Whainga-Anuku is always involved. But it's interesting, Māori All Blacks starting to string quite a few phases together. And it's the missed tackles, for me, for the Moana Pasifika team, that it's just starting to let the Māori All Blacks into the game. 8 missed tackles on the right side there. It's going to cost them if it continues, KT.
Yeah, well, the ball, Mona Kanan are starting to dominate, but Folau Fakatava, this is where he is so good. Look at him with that wahi over the ball. All season long, he's been doing that in the double digits of Mitre 10 Cup, and he gets one here.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant for Hawke's Bay in the Mitre 10 Cup, winners of the championship. And you can argue that no one but perhaps Ash Dixon would be the other one, the greatest influences on that success. The young halfback and the experienced captain. Here's Lenny up his side with the line-out throw, but it's been knocked away. And Manaki Selby Rickett continues his very good start to this game. Wainui making play up to the 10-metre mark, but again it's Fakatava who's just got in there and ripped it off them. Akoi now has a charge around the edge, taken in the tackle, but gets the ball away to Ala Alatoa. Inside the 22 they go. The ball's on the ground. Bryn Hall, well, he wanted it. The referee said leave it alone. Up his side now, Soakula. Dixon had to go low round the ankles. Punching onto it now, Whainga-Anuku. Fakatava in so quickly to clear it away. Akoi. The Māori All Blacks having to defend their line now. Fetuli Paia coming off a winning season with the Tasman Mako. Walker Leawete, well, he's all over Api side there, flinging him back towards the 22, but Ioane has it now, bobbing and weaving and almost getting through. Douglas got just enough of him, but carrying it on now. Mikaeli too. They're only 10 metres away from the line. Fakatava, clever little ball on the inside to Whainga-Anuku. Now they clear it away. Paia. Oh, what a ball away, but it's not taken cleanly by Marino Mikaeli too. And the Māori All Blacks can breathe again. Best passenger play so far in the game for Moana Pasifika.
Yeah, 100%. A couple of moments ago, we showed you the tackle stats. 1 was the stat from the Māori All Blacks that has now increased to 5 in that passage. 4 missed tackles, and how good was that steal from Folau Fakatava? Marino Mikaeli too finds himself involved again, and just Fetuli Paia's last offload, or actually possibly just a drop, just cost him that last part there.
Oh, just admiring the decision-making of the number 9, Folau Fakatava. For a young man, he's just so wise, and geez, unlucky there, Moana Pasifika.
It has been a part of Fetuli Paia's game a little bit this year, where it could be a pass, and sometimes it is a panicked offload. If it was a pass there, Marino Mikaeli is on the board.
Natoa Akoi getting some treatment. Here is Folau Fakatava, who arrived in 2016 from Tonga to go to Hastings Boys High, and right from the off impressed everyone with his brilliance as a player, but also just his human qualities, his generosity, his humour. And he is going places. It's great to see him playing for this team. The ability to run, then offload and contact.
Yeah, just had a HIA here for Sean Wainui for the Māori All Blacks. He's been replacing jersey 23 by Matthew Skipworth Garland, TJ.
Well, that's a late change, of course. Matt Skipworth Garland coming into the side with Jonah Lowe another one who was forced out of the game fairly late in the piece. So Skipworth Garland, great opportunity, another debutant. Back to the scrum battle. So Skipworth Garland taking up position on the left wing, where Sean Wainui has been very impressive. But again, another real talent, this fellow. What a great occasion this is. Bryn Hall pops it in, quick ball, and Messam takes it off the back, bumps off Fakatava and crashes into Motunga. But it just created a better angle here for the clearing kick. Back they go to Oteri Black, and he whacks it away into touch. Whainga Anuku thought about the quick throw, but that is a good exit.
Yeah, that is good. Off the back of a Liam Messam carry, physicality. He has a lot of mana and authority, and you can just see in the way that he takes that carry as well. Does set up a very good exit for the Māori All Blacks. And Lenny Apisai, who has battled a little bit with his throwing, another chance now.
Well, I was going to say it was a good exit. But the assistant referee thought otherwise. Flag went up just beyond the 22. They get it back. Soakula taken by his opposite, Liam Messam, quickly away with it. Fakatava, Lenny Apisai is there. Tackle made by Pody Rakete Stones. Now Ioane moving it on quickly through the hands. Whainga Anuku. Good tackle made by Oteri Black. Again, chopping him down low around the ankles. Boy, they're running hard into contact. Soakula now with a bit of footwork as well. And they're offside here, the Māori All Blacks. So a chance may be coming up here for Moana Pasifika to go back in the lead. Stabbed through, the kick by Ioane, awkward at the back, but Trask covers it. And they'll come back for the penalty.
Yeah, look, they have been a lot tidier than Māori All Blacks. That's where Moana Pasifika are getting most of their points. Billy Harmon offside. That's his second penalty so far of the game. But this is where the Māori All Blacks need to tidy up a little bit. 5 times they've probably visited the 22, have Moana Pasifika. 3 times they've conceded penalties, and it looks like 3 times they'll concede points.
You're not going to miss him, are you? Quinn Tupaia playing in the 12 jersey here with Billy Proctor outside him. Debutants in the midfield for the Māori All Blacks. But here's Josh Ioane right out in front, and a chance to put Moana Pasifika back in front. He does so. Didn't even wait for the flags. And the flags going up all around the ground. 9-7 back in front, Moana Pasifika. Hasn't been clinical stuff, but the pace of the game has been frantic. Gerard Kali Tuioti it is, who takes the ball down from the restart. Here's Naitoa Akoi. Proud moment for his family, Wellington family, great stalwarts of Samoa rugby in the capital. His father Ken, I'm sure, will be here tonight. Fakatava, just a little look around, little glance, and then the kick down to Caleb Trask, sets off in field, and he's a handful. Motunga was there, made the tackle, snatched away by Hall, finds Tupaia, getting in close to the action. Now the players fan out, and a kick out towards the wing, and he's fine. Proctor over on the far side, Sean Stevenson there in support. Hall, who quickly made his way across field to clear it. Trask now, nice pass away. Here's Skipworth Garland going into contact. It's Akoi who made the tackle. They'll take it back the other way. Josh Honeck now has a bit of a charge at them, leaves the ball behind, and Kauli Tuioti came around and created enough pressure, forcing Honeck to put his hand back on the ball, which he's not allowed to do. It's another penalty to Moana Pasifika.
It's interesting too, I wasn't sure the ball was out. Mike Fraser in a better position than I am. But very good work from both teams. I know the Maori All Blacks, it seems, are trying to hold the Moana Pasifika team up on their carries and attack the ball after that. And then that time, Josh Honeck, ball past the last man's feet. Yes, Mike Fraser got that one correct, and then that ball needs to be made available to Gerard Kauli-Tuioti to pick up. Josh Honeck left his hand on it. Penalty.
Well, this time,
Hold your space, boys.
just a
Wait
little
till
bit
lineout's over.
beyond the range of Josh Ioane. So they go to the line out, shorten the line out up. Kauli-Tuioti is a good line out organiser, but that time they're outdone by Selby Rickett, who is having a sensational game in the second row, although that's not a great outcome.
You're offside.
Although now the referee has awarded a penalty to the Maori All Blacks, but a steal there from Manaki Selby Rickett, whose debut is becoming extremely impressive.
Yeah, from the Highlanders, of course, Ngāti Raukawa representing his iwi, and Ngāti Tuwharetoa as well. I do know that Lini Apisai's throws are probably a little bit too low, which is allowing Manaki Selby Rickett to get his hand to it. It's not the first time that it has to happen with Manaki Selby. And just watching here, just a little bit too low. That needs to be a lot higher. Selby has touched it a number of times and then compounded by a penalty by the Moana Pasifika team.
Stay up.
Well, of course, such a talented family. They go to the front of the line out and work it down the touch line, but the flag goes up. In fact, it's come out off. They're going to get another line out throw here, the Maori All Blacks. Goes into touch off Moana Pasifika. Of course, we know about Selby Rickett's sisters, accomplished netball players. And that's where the ball went into touch. It might have been Whakatava. So into the line out it goes. This time it's Isaiah Walker-Leawere. Hall standing out in the back line, wrapping around, firing a nice pass away through the hands, but that was forward. Well, it was looking good. It was looking promising. And now it's just looking a little niggly.
Geez, that's a nice read, though, from Stephen Pedalfeta. TJ to come in and jam in and calls that pass on Trask.
We've got the forward pass, boys, up and away. Out you go.
Well, lots of smiles at the end of it. And, yeah, and a shake of the hands. I mean, a little wee bit of niggle. It's never going to last long. Just too much love and respect amongst these fellas. They play together all the time. Teammates.
Yeah. A full pass, that'll be white.
Family members even out there.
Yeah, it's just out the back here. They have found a little bit of space wide and the pressure there, you're right. And I'm unsure where the niggle started sometime afterwards. I know Josh Honeck pointed at Lini Apisai's midsection and said that white isn't as slimming as our black is.
That's a nothing, eh?
Well, here's Isaiah Walker-Leawere, Ngāti Porou on his mother's side. Of course, his father, Kelly Leawere, played for the great Ngāti Porou East Coast side back in the late 90s, really into the new millennium. Side that had such great success.
Is he all right? Okay, let's go,
Such a punishing runner. And that combination is impressing. Walker-Leawere, Selby Rickett.
White ball here, boys. Stay here. It's going good. It's going good.
How do you see the scrum battle so far, Kane?
Well, you touched on it before, TJ, how the pace has actually been really high, and this is probably the slowest part of the game so far, but no scrum collapses so far. I don't want to put the commentator's curse on it, but no scrum collapses, which means we get a lot of ball and play time, so good work from these front rowers and very good management from Mike Fraser.
Oh, magic. Hey, he did it, KT.
I'm sorry.
Standard.
Yeah.
But anyway, just an update on the HIA. Sounds like Sean Wainui has failed that, so Skip with Garland is on for the remainder of this match.
Oh, that's a great shame for Sean Wainui.
Yeah, this height, boys.
Gone to the sideline. And, well, an opportunity for Matt Skipworth-Garland that he would not have been expecting 24 hours ago, because remember, Jonah Lowe of Hawke's Bay was named as the replacement winger. Skipworth-Garland coming in fairly late in the piece, and now he's going to get, well, he's going to get to play an hour of the game, just about. Fakatava puts it in, holding Soakula off the back and losing possession, quickly cleared away by Oteri Black. Bit of a scramble for the ball. They'll have to come back for the first knock on. Well, he made such a brilliant start to the game when he chased after that first kickoff and pulled it down. He's just had a couple of fumbles, Peter Gus Soakula. We know just how super effective he can be. And there he is there. Peter Gus Soakula came to New Zealand to play basketball, believe it or not. Man who's spent a bit of time. He played and studied at Fort Dodge, Iowa. Not everyone playing in a rugby match in New Zealand can say that. But he got out of Dodge, came to New Zealand. And here he is, playing at number 8 for this Moana Pasifika side, who lead the Maori All Blacks by 9-7. Messam on the back, gets it away to Hall. Now his turn to put one out for the wing, and just bounced it millimetres in from touch. No great gain in territory, but it could have been a loss.
Yeah, I'm unsure Sean Stevenson knew the call either. He wasn't necessarily chasing very hard. A small, slow passage of play in the end of this game. Lenny Uppy's side will have a chance to throw the ball in. With a couple of seconds to go, Huda goes now.
Yep. Half time upon us, and this time they secure their own ball. It wasn't straight, or in fact they lost it forward, but no chance for another play. So they'll head off at half time here in Hamilton. 3 penalties by Josh Ioane to 1 try scored by Caleb Trask and converted. Moana Pasifika lead the Maori All Blacks by 9-7. Well, it's very tight here in Hamilton, but Moana Pasifika lead the Maori All Blacks by 9-7. Let's get the thoughts of the assistant coaches, 2 accomplished former All Blacks, Tony Brown in a moment, but firstly, Aaron Major.
Well, I suppose a perfect start, getting early points. Do you think that's one of the keys to help you settle down?
Yeah, certainly. I think the key things for us going into the second half around patience and accuracy. I think patience on attack and just our speed of support, something we focused on in the change room there. I think we can do that, can build more pressure. And just accuracy on D too. I think we're a little bit high at the moment, probably a little bit too playing with too much emotion. So got a bit more accurate in our tackle.
Kick chase was outstanding, but kicking in general, you happy there?
Yeah, I thought the balance has been pretty good. I think we put them under a little bit of pressure when we've held the ball, but also when the space has been in behind. I think Folau and Josh both done a good job there. So more the same, and our attack, pressure to attack that breakdown's been good too in the wide channel.
Looking sharp in this early go, well, Coach.
Cheers, brother.
Well, Coach, that first half pretty up and down, but in general play, you look to change stuff up there?
Yeah, there's a little bit of space out wide there, and we're looking to get the ball there as quick as we can. Obviously, we're not controlling the game as well as we want, so hopefully a bit more control will open up a few more opportunities for us.
You spoke about discipline too, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it's pretty willing out there, and there's a few confusing things happening at the breakdown. Hopefully we'll tidy that up in the second half.
Where's the area of control you need to take care of first?
I just think we need to turn them around a little bit and try and put their back 3 under a little bit more pressure, get them going backwards, and I think that'll create more opportunities for us.
All right, go well, Coach.
Cheers, mate.
So looking around, no changes. Moana Pasifika intact from the team that ran out onto the field. 1 change in the Maori All Blacks. Sean Wainui gone. Matt Skipworth-Garland is stationed on the left wing. And it will be the Maori All Blacks to kick off the second half, trailing by 2, defending, of course, such a proud record. And Gerard Cowley Tuioti going up to take it down. A few protests from the Moana Pasifika players. Felt he might have been impeded in the air, but the referee quite happy to let play roll on. Folau Fakatava, who's really shown his quality so far in this game, sends the kick down over halfway, and to Caleb Trask. Well, he's hammered, but he just got his timing wrong for Tuli Paia. nailed him just before he got back to ground, and so it's a penalty.
Yeah, 1 for 1 at the moment, one possibly penalised and the other not. Kick was just a little bit too far in front for Fetuli Paia to really get up in there and contest it. However, good start for Māori All Blacks and a chance very early on.
So they'll bang it down into the 22. Not a bad kick either from Black. Just have a look at it here to say just about the timing.
Yeah, and his feet are just about to touch the ground. You can see them just skimming off the top of the surface of the grass. Fetuli Paia just a little bit early.
Well, they might fancy a drive here. They're about 15 metres out from the line, but their line-out drive did look good, and we know that Ash Dixon is an expert, firstly at finding the target and then coming in behind. And areas joining in. They'll look to funnel the ball back to him, and they do. And coming through the middle, Akoi, the referee has got the arm out to Paia. Trying to chop his way past the tackle of Josh Ioane there for Hall. Douglas.
Sorry, knock on there, we'll come back.
Well, it's another penalty. I wouldn't mind betting they bang this one into the corner as well.
Over here.
It was Naitoa Akoi who was penalised.
Number was it?
They will go to the sideline again. The Moana Pasifika team are defending with their prop in the middle of the lineup, so of course they're not going to jump up and compete. You're not going to get the props up, but that is going to make them pretty strong through the middle. They were good the last time the Māori All Blacks were close to the line in the first half. They were okay that time. Naitoa Akoi got himself penalised. You can see 1 and 3 there in the middle. It's going to be interesting to see how they defend this time.
Well, the line-out's been very good. 1, 8 of their own, 2 of the opposition's, and here they are, 5 from the line. They go this time to Fetu Kamo Douglas. Good formation. Dixon in the back, edging ahead.
Push the back.
You can see Douglas there calling in some extra numbers. I think here they come, 12 and 13. Hall getting hands on the ball in case he needs it. He doesn't need it. They go to the line. They're over. And you know who's going to come up with this, don't you? Ash Dixon.
The koro makes his way slowly to his feet. He has been doing this all year. Of course, we were going to see it happen again tonight. It was the second chance that they took off a penalty earlier. They said, let's go there again. We felt strong. And they kept going through the middle, which is very hard to do. There was a part there where Brenton Hall tapped Jared Kauli-Tuioti on the back. He left, and that's probably where it changed there, KT.
A lot more structured this second rolling more, wasn't it? You're right, though. Britton was about to take the ball. He's never going to get it off the carpet. Great start by the Māoris.
Yeah, what a season he's had. A glorious campaign with the Hawke's Bay Magpies, and now, as always, leading from the front, or in the case of that line-out more, leading from the back. So Māori All Blacks back in front. And Caleb Trask, well, he's taking his time over this. 15 in from the left wing touch. If he can knock this over, a 5-point lead it would be. Second try of the night. Yeah, cool as you like. Took his time, got the result. 14-9. And there's his Bay of Plenty coach. And coach here at the Chiefs next year, Clayton McMillan. Māori All Blacks 14-9. Ash Dixon's try, 5 minutes gone now, second half. Douglas. Going hard at his opposite number, saw Kula Kauli-Tuioti as well. Trask in at first receiver. They've mixed it up quite nicely tonight. Now they'll go back to Black. Clearing kick, and what good distance on that one. They take it quickly though. Here's Rayasi. Not many chances in the game for him so far. Clattering into Billy Proctor. They hold him up off the ground, and Sean Stevens says, "Gotcha again, cuz." They'll put it out over the touchline.
Yeah, at halftime, Aaron May just spoke about it. He asked for speed of support.
Time off. Two.
Time off, possibly blood. But it's a clear tactic by the Maori All Blacks. They are hoping to hold the Moana Pasifika team up. You can see the hooks in there. I call those double under hooks, where you're trying to get your arms under the armpits and arms of the players, and you're trying to hold them up. That's what they've been doing all game, and then from there they attack the ball in the air, KT.
Yeah, change here for Moana Pasifika. On jersey 16, Samasoni Tokiaho replacing Lenny up his side.
Oh, Tokiaho playing on what is now his home ground. Down towards the back. They're not having a lot of fun at line-out time, though. Great work from Fetu Carmel Douglas, showing some good ball control there to reel that one in. Hall has it. Back they go to Black. Bangs it high. Stevenson giving chase and having to come a long way forward was Rayasi. Did well. Took it to ground now. Bit of a pick and go from Michael Alatoa. Fakatava now going just a little bit wide of the ruck. Now Perofeta hanging one across towards the far side of the field, and a bit of a misunderstanding there, and Trask does well, brilliantly in fact, offloaded it, got into a bit of a tangle with Skipworth Garland, but now they go back onto the defence as Stephen Perofeta races forward with it. Walker Leoetti coming through and making it very, very difficult for his Hawke's Bay teammate Falau Fakatava to clear. In fact, they've turned it over. Bryn Hall thought about a kick, then realises that there were possibilities out on the left. Now here's Billy Proctor running in broken play. Put on the ground by Whainga Anuku. And it's there for Bryn Hall. Pass floating out to Black, trying to find an angle with the kick. Oh, what a result he gets. Stephen Perofeta knew he was battling with the touchline there and lost out in the end. It'll be a Maori All Black throw inside the 22.
Yeah, and it's the kicking that's probably starting to change up a little bit. Tony Brown asked for them to turn their back three around. You can see they're starting to kick a little bit more. He did say he would treat this like a test match. We have seen a lot more kicking in the successful teams this year.
If they delay,
starting to see a little bit more in the second half.
I think you can just feel too that Maori All Blacks feel that getting a bit of ascendancy, especially up front and with their early try. So you feel like they've changed their game plan and going down the middle just a little bit more.
Such a great record. They've played well over 100 matches against international teams, a winning percentage of over 62%. They want to add that tonight. Coming for Hall, just having a look around and goes to the short side too. Nice little ball away. Or Terry Black stabbing one into the in goal. Claims that he was checked after he got the kick away. The referee not buying it. They'll come for a dropout 22.
Yeah, Mike Fraser, you would have heard it said holding his line. I agree 100%. Just because someone's kicked the ball doesn't mean you have to get out of their way.
Kane Hames alongside me here, not just a former All Black prop, but also a qualified referee.
It's interesting. He probably stepped into that too.
Trask, well, he only had one look at it, Mike Fraser. Now Perofeta taking it just out from the 22, and a rather hurried kick away and easily taken by Orteri Black. Now here's Stevenson. Well, anything could happen here, the mood he's in tonight. Fires the pass away. Tupaia now into a bit of space. Quinn Tupaia puts it onto the ball, gets the bounce, pushes the ball back in field. Billy Proctor scores. Wonderful try. Maori All Blacks.
Wonderful work, and they're starting to really warm into their work. The Maori All Black. If you're going to kick them the ball and give them time when they catch it to make decisions they will make. And Sean Stevenson makes his way to the left, finds Quinn Tupaia. Now watch the kick off the foot, very good, puts it slightly in behind, ball holds up, passes it back. Billy Proctor, welcome to the Maori All Blacks.
Oh, there's a lot of skill in this. Shawnee Stevenson, well, he's been lights out every time he's touched the ball. Tupaia with a nice little chip and chase, and to regather at full speed takes a lot. But the vision as well with the pass, and look at this, off his knees at full tip. Billy Proctor, well done. Wow.
Man, that was a low dipping pass, the balance, the strength to finish off. A touch of magic there from Quinn Tupaia. Debut for both he and Proctor combining in that try. Well, it's the new boys who are really showing out tonight. Selby Rickett, Tupaia, Proctor, Trask, and Caleb Trask. Now 19-9 the lead, 10 minutes into the second half. This one similar to the last, about 15 in from touch. And oh boy, he is kicking on target tonight. Well, great moment from Billy Proctor, following his brother Matt into the Maori All Blacks.
And it's great work here from the Hamilton Boys High School product. Just good skill, KT. You're exactly right to kick that, pick it up at full speed, and Billy Proctor and Ngai Terangi, Ngā Puhi, they'll be very proud.
A couple of changes from Moana Pasifika on in jersey 20. The returning Nasi Manu taking Peter Gasawakula's place, and also Tenenano Satoro coming onto the field.
Well, it's 21-9 now. Big change in the match since half-time. Māori All Blacks have brought an element of control to their game they didn't quite have in the first half. And the points are coming. Black controlling things nicely. This time not really looking for the touchline, hoisting it high, and this time Salesi Rasi does beat Stevenson to the punch. Back in field to Fakatava. Great tackle made by Billy Harmon, but the danger's not over. Rayasi clears it away. Whainga Anuku coming in off the wing. Ball's loose though. Now the referee, well, it's an advantage for a knock-on, not a penalty. Mikaeli Tu'u leaves it for Fakatava. Now here's the replacement, Samasoni Taukeaho. Carly Tuioti, advantage is over. The two Māori All Black props were trying to stop him. It's a good strong carry. Ala Toa met with force though by Walker Leawere. Fakatava now. Well, the defence is strong, but Fakatava still has the ball. Oh, great angle. That's for Tulipaia, was it? Coming against the grain. No, in fact, Nanai Situru, the replacement. They go to the right, and it's a try. It's a try to Alamanda Motunga. Well, they hit back when they absolutely needed to, Moana Pasifika. It's 21-14, and the game is really lighting up now. A try for a star of the World 7 scene.
Yeah, this is where it started, Salesi Rayasi. It was a contestable kick, but Salesi Rayasi got the better. And that was a great tackle from Billy Harmon. You thought it could maybe end a little bit later when Liam Messon got his hands on the ball, but not the case. 9 phases later, Folau Fakatava finds Motunga, and he's over.
Well, he's supremely fit, as you'd expect, Motunga, but he's absolutely strong as well. People underestimate that. He's so powerful. Congratulations, well done, Alamanda.
He's not just a 7 specialist, of course. He got a call up to the Samoa Rugby World Cup squad. There he is in the middle of the shot. Well, he's got his team back into the game on the back of some excellent work from his teammates, sparked by Salesi Rayasi, who gets one back with the high claim. Tana Umanga making some notes. 21-14. So we're back to a 7-point margin, and a successful kick here from Josh Ioane would put them right back in striking distance. Three penalties out of 3. Now his first attempted conversion of the night, and bounces back off the posts. So disappointment for Josh Ioane, whose perfect kicking record is spoiled, but it's 21-14, game on.
Yeah, and through the tackle of Ash Dixon. Maybe the only mistake he's made tonight, but congratulations, Motunga, starting to put Moana Pasifika back into the game.
The kick on the angle down into the 22. And here is Nanai Situru, man with just electric acceleration, dancing feet. He really brings something. Fakatava to clear it back. And Stephen Perofeta, they've got a good kicking game at their disposal. Perofeta and Ioane and Fakatava.
The ruck's inside.
Even Rayasi with a very good left boot, and that is a good clearance down towards halfway.
Yep, starting to settle. Moana Pasifika team. Māori All Blacks is still persisting with holding the ball carry up, and if they can tackle that player holding their ball carry up instead of trying to clean a ruck when it happens, because it's not happening, make that change. Attack should go better.
Well, they lob it over the back, and it's brilliantly taken by Skipworth. Garland takes play inside the 22, but ball in the hands now of Moana Pasifika. Great work at the breakdown.
Where you are, from the back, yep.
Taken quickly. Falau Whakatava, well, not mucking around with a line out. The young halfback decides, let's get things going and let's keep it going, says Marino Mikaeli Tu'u. Now here's Taukeaho. Well, you can see they've got the fire back in their belly now. Back in the game. And on the front foot, Motunga again with a strong carry. Whakatava, they swing it away. Stephen Pettle with a long ball, well, taken brilliantly by, well, Brendan Pickerel. He was never going to score from there.
Still got it.
Yes, Samasoni Taukeaho. You can see the work. He just keeps his legs driving, does make his way to ground, crawls just a little bit. No issue there for Mike Fraser. And then look at the wonderful catch from Brendan Pickerel. Oh, in the bread basket. How good.
Wonderful catch. If he missed that, then you shouldn't be there.
Have they got a receiver in?
Yeah. I think Salesi Rayasi might not quite share his jubilation. That ball, if it had gone to him, well, it was on. Maybe some confusion, those jerseys, but just to settle things down, Māori All Blacks win the line out. Boy, it's really picked up in the second half, hasn't it? Advantage coming here to the Māori All Blacks, but this is an area of the game where they have assumed control. Hall sniping on the short side. Stevenson running down a narrow channel. Awkward kick for Rayasi. They'll come back.
Yeah, it's just the Maori defence a little bit for the Moana Pasifika team. Mike Fraser saying that time that they sacked the lifter.
Sacking the lifter.
Which essentially is just, instead of the ball catcher in the air, you're tackling or sacking the person who supported him. Normally you can get away with it. It's not something that they're watching quite a lot, but the issue is more defence battling a little bit, conceding penalties and that space down the blind.
And Daniel Leonard Brown, family origins in the island of Upolu in Samoa, Lepia. Now the kick, oh boy, has it, oh, it's got the maximum. Rayasi tried to keep it, and that is a brilliant kick, and it takes them down to within 5 or 6 metres of the line. He's controlled things nicely tonight, this very classy young man.
Just a change from Moana Pasifika on a jersey 17. Jordan Lay replacing Daniel Leonard Brown.
He's strong as Jordan Lay, had a strong season with the Bay of Plenty team, but now he's faced with having to stand in the middle of that Moana Pasifika team. Ash Dixon dries his hands. He gets them ready because he knows what's happening now. Ball in for the Māori All Blacks, and I'm sure they'll drive again.
Brought a very strong bench that they'll have to defend. Douglas wins the line out. Dixon says, I got this. And they'll try and drive it through the middle. Ball's been dropped, so Hall has to clear it. No, the referee says knock on. Well, that's good defence. And a real roar goes up from the fans of Moana Pasifika, because it's been a handful trying to contain that Māori All Black line-out drive, but they've done it this time.
Yep, you're right, 100% they've done it this time, and they needed to. 6 metres from the line, they've scored some from further out, and they attack it straight away. And one of the easiest ways for Maul defences, don't let it be a Maul, take it apart, and that's how they started it. A little bit of pressure, you can see Jordan Lay has just come on. Ball gets dropped, turnover.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's going to be too far before the Māori All Blacks make some changes. We see Kurt Eklund's up and ready to go, and also Ethan Root's about to join the game in this loose forward trio.
Two players, KT, who have really forced their way into this team. Eklund and Roots for very strong play in the Mitre 10. There's the manager, Tony Ward. I think he used to be your manager back in the Sevens days. A bit of a veteran of the scene, isn't he, KT?
Yeah, come up and gave me a hongi earlier on. Even better, he gave me a Māori top. He's a top man, old Wardy.
Oh, yeah. If there's one person I know who can be bought with a bit of free clothing, it's Carl Tinana.
Oh, you guys didn't get yours?
No, they didn't have an extra large.
Right to go, boys.
I suppose you picked the small men's again, did you?
Run the guns.
Somebody here.
This will be interesting that way, won't it, Kane? This set-piece scrum. Been a battle all night.
Yeah, and it's been quite even, and it's interesting because Jordan Lay has come on. He's quite strong as well. A lot of teams in the Mighty 10 Cup choosing to exit with a penalty if you can keep it in.
Well,
And the opposition team either stand up, turn around, or go to ground, stopping you from going forward. There's a chance there.
66 test caps in this Moana Pasifika side. And Jordan Lay responsible for about 23 of them.
Straight and hot.
Brother playing for Auckland this year. Great to see both of them back here playing in New Zealand. But this is an important scrum. Maori All Blacks will look to put some pressure on, and if not to force the issue at the scrum, maybe at least put some pressure on the clearing kicker.
Fine. See.
Josh Honeck going to work against Jordan Lay on this side of the scrum, and starting to twist around as well, squirting out the back, but pops into the hands of Salesi Rayasi. Tries to kick. He says thanks very much to Stevenson, lobs a speculator back in field. Douglas is there. We'll play breaking up now. Loose ball in the middle of the park. Look out. Well, almost an opportunity for a breakaway there, but there was a knock on from Moana Pasifika. Well, something almost opened up here for Salesi Rayasi.
Yeah, it's probably all the pressure that Brenton Hall was putting on Falau Fakatava. He was putting a lot on too before the ball came in. There's the first knock on.
Yeah, that's an air shot, isn't it?
Right, boys, let's go. Time's
Well, let's go down to the sideline, and joining us now from Moana Pasifika is Zane Capelli. Maloelele. Zane, your thoughts on the game? Can your boys get back into it in the last 19 minutes?
Yeah, I totally believe. Fully back the boys. What an occasion, and special night, and still plenty of time on the clock. Hopefully we can just connect with that foot there, not like that last play that Rayasi did.
Mate, like a lot of players out there, you're carrying on a fine family tradition. What has it meant to you to be part of this team?
Oh, it's massive for me in my journey to be immersed in the culture and traditions. It's just something very proud to be a part of, and for me always learning. So loving it.
Thanks, Zane. Thanks for joining us, mate. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Yeah. Cheers, boys.
No, it's down first. I can't let that go.
Rudy, he was some player.
It was down first, and then you got your way.
Fair weight.
Just confirming those changes, TJ for the Māori All Blacks, Ethan Roots on, Mitch Carpeck, and also we just saw photo of Michael Alalator, the skip. He is off, being replaced in jersey 18 by Sione Mafileo, the new captain, Nasi Manu.
Yeah, Sione Mafileo, big battle between him and Pody. Rakete, both very strong. Sione Mafileo has been very good for the Blues, very good for North Harbour. And what has been a powerful pack and a powerful display for the season. Now it's going to be interesting watching it, seeing this fold out with Sione Mafileo back on.
Crouch.
Well, he is coming off a really great season with Harbour before that, the Blues. There's a lot of power coming off the bench for Moana Pasifika.
Hold on. Yeah,
Not
reset,
too many better
fast side.
scrummaging props in
Just
New
miss the
Zealand than
binds.
Sione Mafileo. Kane Hames.
You happy?
100%.
Stay
He's
the other
definitely
side
one
still.
of the premier tight
Just
head
missed their binds.
props going around. I know Nepo Laulala will be watching this.
Yep. He'll stay straight.
And there's
We'll
a
get the
straight
binds.
swap Blues Chiefs
go.
for those two.
Yes, I presume the All Blacks still in quarantine. Hope they're enjoying. And wherever you are around the world, welcome, and it's great to have you joining us. This game going all around the world. I know Fox in Australia, you've got a test match coming up later on tonight. Rugby Pass, people watching it on Rugby Pass all around the globe. ESPN Plus in the United States. Match being thrown in France and Canal Plus. 17 minutes to go as Hall brings it away. Stevenson, he's been very hot to handle on that right wing tonight for the Maori All Blacks. Loose ball at the breakdown, but a penalty.
That's the penalty. Number 6, no arms after the pass.
Looks like
Yep.
Nikeli
Didn't
Tu'u.
use your arms. Back you go.
being called here for an illegal shot. Bit late, bit shouldery.
Yeah, it's just there's little discipline issues because you know what happens here. Aotere Black is not looking at the post. A tee isn't coming onto the field. He's not looking for 3 points. He's looking to unleash a maul that has been mauling, ripping to pieces the Moana Pasifika team. For most of this game, I know they did very well in the last one. Just a small shoulder, nothing really too big, but still unfair because they're finding space on the outside.
Yeah, straight swap.
Blind side.
Sorry, Kane, straight swap on the for Fijians on jersey 23. Jersey 22, Aseele Tikoiro Tuma replacing Celeste Rasi.
So Ash Dixon due to come off fairly soon. Can he add to his tally before he goes? There he is into the back of the ball, looking to defend it. And the referee says you've got to get it going forward. Mawhileo's done pretty well. Now it collapses in a heap. And they might just be able to tie this one up here. They do. Well, that's good defence again. They've got better at defending those drives as the game's worn on.
Yeah, 100% they have. Jordan Lay came on from Safotu and Samoa. And it's gone very well since then. They attack it straight away. And it's starting to change quite a bit. I know that collapses there, but I love this from Mike Fraser. If a collapse going backwards, Moana Pasifika are the dominant team. It's not a collapse. It's not a negative collapse. You've made them go backwards and collapse. It's a reset. It's your ball.
Time off.
Well, there is Tavaki Nasi Manu, as we've known him, but now wants to be known as Tavaki, and we know what a battle he has been through over the last few years. This is a moment of, I'm sure, great pride and joy for him to be able to come back and play for this team after the issues that he's had with his health. He's shown such courage and determination, and of course a player of such quality.
Yeah,
sorry, KT, here the changes?
Yeah, the two bookends, Rakete Stones and Honegon, and on in jersey 17, Ross Wright, and then the debutant, Tamaiti Williams, the monster, 20 years old, is on.
We're right to go.
So Tori Rakete Stones on the left, Josh Honeck on the right. Their work is done. Ross Wright.
Keep your balance, boys.
Looks like he's had a bit of a haircut ahead of this one. Here's Tamaiti Williams, just 20 years of age. Another Ngāpui man.
Crouch.
Huge young prop.
Bind.
But he's up against a wily campaigner in Jordan Lay. Oh, but look at the second shove coming in from the Maori All Blacks, and they get a penalty. Well, what a great start for the men off the bench, Tamaiti Williams and Ross Wright.
It was probably all Ross Wright there, experienced campaigner for Northern and has played for the Maori All Blacks before. And it was interesting too, because I was thinking to myself, Moana Pasifika, here's your chance, some fresh props on, but with fresh props on comes fresh energy. And that time, Sione Mawhileo going backwards, standing up, and now again, the third chance in the space of 15 minutes to put them all over.
How's that for your first involvement of international code Tamaiti Williams? Straight amongst it, and he gets a nice one down.
You can see 17-18 there in the middle. They do just attack it now instead of hitting and holding. They're almost trying to take it to pieces. Third shot again.
So do they come up with a variation? No, they go to the middle. And taken down by Ethan Roots, and this time they've got it pretty well set up. Messam comes in, and he's got ball in hand.
He's through the
but
middle.
Players coming through the middle. Oh, some great work, Mick Alley too there, but now the penalty advantage is shown.
Down by 18.
Dragged to the ground, Sione Mawhileo, when his teammates had done so well.
Yeah, well, hard one, I think, because the Moana Pasifika team had gotten through the middle, had held it up. He probably thought it was his, he could collapse it. A little bit earlier when the Māori All Blacks were going backwards, it was fine because you're the team dominating. When the Māori All Black team is just inching slightly forward, it's enough, Mike Fraser says.
And they have to be careful here, discipline-wise, the Moana Pasifika. They can't afford to give another one away here.
You look at that succession of penalties, 58, 64, 67, 68. And they really are looking to slam the door shut here. Ash Dixon, well, he's still out there. Roots was the target last time, and he's the target again. And again, Dixon races to the back. It goes to ground, and referee saying taken down by the Maori All Blacks, so they'll have to move it. Tupaia driving ahead and getting close to the line too. There it is, just half a metre away. Black now, quickly on through the hands. Karpik scores! Mitch Karpik the try. And the Maori All Blacks stretch their lead and close in on a victory.
Yeah, it's the maul, it's the blind again. Maul wasn't great, it did collapse a little bit, then they went a little bit in field. And Quinn Tupaia, watch the work from him, keeps his legs driving, and this creates the space, brings a lot of Moana Pasifika players in, and the pass from Aotearoa Black, Hato Paura, you'll be very proud, Ngai Tuhui, puts Mitch Karpik away, and that could possibly be the door closed.
Yeah, two pieces of goodness here. Quinn Tupaia, can't underestimate that run, and then also the quick hands from Aotearoa Black out to Mitch Karpik just to give him an opportunity.
Yeah, that transfer made under pressure, made the try, although, as you say, Tupaia had done such great work, but again, the quality of Aotearoa Black, who's tonight representing the iwi of Ngāi Tūhoe, Te Whānau Apanui, Ngāti Tuwharetoa, with great distinction, making the try, and now Caleb Trask, another with a sparkling debut for this team tonight, and he just keeps banging them over.
Another change for Moana Pasifika on in jersey 19, Samapeni Finau, and also another debut for Kurt Eklund, the former Auckland Grammar boy in jersey 16, replacing the skip Ash Dixon.
Yeah, that pass out from Aotearoa Black, under pressure, perfect from him.
Well, Tony Brown would have been proud of that. And more good work from Tupaia there. Dragging the ball down. Black thumps it down the middle. Well, there's still plenty left in this Moana Pasifika side as Stephen Pedalfeta brings it back to halfway. Ross Wright was there to greet him. Now it's Nana Seturo Fakatava, who's been brilliant tonight. Ball knocked away in the tackle by Walker Leaweri. Goes after it, but it was knocked forward.
Yeah, interesting too. It was a bit of a swipe at the ball. Didn't look like a genuine attempt to catch. Watch the left hand of Isaiah Walker Leaweri out the back. Watch the left hand. Nah, genuine tackle, I think. Very good call from Mike Fraser. Just a knock on.
All right, let's go.
Oh, there he is, Walker
Keep the space in
Leaweri, who's playing
go,
deep
boys.
into the game. Bryn Hall's night is done. And on in his place, Titoiroa Tahuriorangi.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Fakatava, they need to score, and quickly 14 points behind now, and they'll keep trying too. Ball floated away to the left to Nanai Seturo. Fakatava now, Ioane moving it on, Kauli Tuioti. Roots going and trying to challenge his North Harbour teammate at the breakdown. Ioane taking the line on, feeding it up to Tokeaho, who makes determined ground down over the 10-metre mark. One way, then the other. Now Pedalfeta, the ability to throw that wide pass. Tikoro Tuma. And, well, struggling to bring him to ground. And getting a penalty as a consequence of that. Good work from Aseeli Tikoro Tuma. Quinn Tupaia it was who was involved in the tackle. And it's a penalty. This guy's been good tonight, KT.
Oh, he's been very good. Very, very good, especially on debut. TJ, he's been very strong, and that's a secret of him. He's tough as. And he's got that go forward when there hasn't been opportunities there, so he's played smart as well.
What's your timing here,
Tended to see him as in the 13 jersey, but I think he's coped well playing in that inside channel.
He's been very good tonight. Especially very good in defense, has scored a couple of turnovers. Interesting to see what Moana Pasifika are going to do here.
Taukiaho throws, and Samipeni final from the Waikato Waikato Mitre 10 Cup team. They drive on him. You can see Manu joining, just 5 metres out, and they continue to drive too. Now it collapses. Well, the referee not signalling a penalty, and much to the frustration of Moana Pasifika.
There's no black player there. It's down at the front.
No, I 100% disagree.
But small turnover.
Sometimes a lot of referees are saying this when a maul gets dragged down, that it's collapsed by the team with the ball. I don't know if it was. I can see Mitchell Carpick there. I can see looked like Ethan Roots possibly tackling the legs of some Moana Pasifika players.
Go, please.
They had a very good maul there. They set it up, started to inch forward 10, 12 metres, collapsed just before the line. Possible opportunity missed for Moana Pasifika.
Oh, Tawhake Manu was just pleading for the referee to give him that. The referee said there was no black player there. With you, I think they're hard done by that.
Yeah, I think he was just on the left side of the maul, to be fair to Mike Fraser. A lot of that was happening on the right side of the screen. So possibly missed it, but it is a chance gone and it is a chance missed.
So Tahuriorangi, just to add insult to injury, they get free kicked at scrum time. That's a rough minute or so for this Moana Pasifika team. They get called back to another scrum. Of course, we hope something big will come from this, with the likelihood or the hope that they will join Super Rugby, not next year, as many of us would have liked to have seen, but the year after, possibly 2 teams extra. Here's Folau Whakatawa. What a season it has been for him. He leaves, well, having done a lot to advance his cause in the game, Carlton Ana.
Yeah, talk about big. Well, he's been massive, hasn't he, tonight and all season, replacing jersey 21 by Dwayne Fulataiva.
It's the shake there. That's Ramsey Tomokino, manager there on the right.
Crouch.
Running out of time now.
Bind.
They're in the right part of the field, Moana Pasifika, but it's a scrum feed to the Maori All Blacks. Shove comes on though from the Moana Pasifika pack. They've got a penalty advantage here.
Leave it now, Black.
Referee Mike Fraser, in fact, no, I think it's just a knock on, but they do get the scrum feed.
Yeah, it's a part they're going to have to speed up. 4.5 minutes, you can't really get away when you've got to score a couple of points. Sione Mafileo starts to go in here. Ross Wright gets left by himself. Very good scrum from the Moana Pasifika team, but now it's time to speed up.
Well, they do want to get it right to get a launch pad here. Just see what they've got. Their options, well, they've got plenty of them, haven't they? Just Tikoro Tuma, he's behind the scrum.
Crouch.
Star here in the past, back in New Zealand rugby. Last year or so playing with North Harbour. So in it goes. And good powerful scrum. Polataivo, he's over, is he? Yes! Dwayne Polataivo scores. There's still a chance, and there goes Finza, the Tasman man. Gets 5 and a chance to make it a 7-point game.
Yeah, that's huge with Dwayne Polataivo, of course, part of the Tasman Mako. You saw the fin up. Very good scrum. Started to create a bit of a platform. Ethan Roots started to pop his head up early. Mitch Carpick, and that's just going to make it 8v6, and this provides the opportunity. And you saw them run back to halfway, KT. They know they need another score.
Oh, yeah, you know they're going to make a grandstand finish fight to the end, that's for sure. And wow, what an impact. Dwayne Polataivo, that's how you say, Coach, I'm good.
Yeah, still a chance to draw the game. If this goes over, which inevitably it does, it's 28-21, 2.5 minutes to play. Can they do something to at least earn a draw in what time we've got left? So you are, in fact, Oteri Black not exactly rushing to kick off, but here's the restart. So 2 minutes left. Tikoara Tuma takes the ball in field. Sets it just on or just beyond the 22. Now they'll look to punch it up in the middle of the park through Finau. Whainga Anuku coming across from the wing. Well, they'll throw everything at it here. In for a great finish. Probably not enough time left to win the game, but they could get a very honourable draw out of it. Oh, a bit loose though, and Manaki Selby Rickett, who's been one of the stars of the game for this Māori All Black side, comes through, wins a priceless turnover, one that might just put an end to the hopes of Moana Pasifika. Just over a minute left. Tauriorangi, Ross Wright, so experienced, setting it. Tupaia, what a game he's had as well. Karpik, one of the try scorers, going in to help him out. Tauriorangi.
Use the ball!
Told to use it. Here's Wright again. He certainly injected something off the bench. The veteran, the Northlander. Liam Messam, he's still out there. Well, if this is the last game of his career, not saying it will be, just a possibility. It's going to end on a winning note. Tauriorangi just working the clock now, just a bit of drizzle starting to fall. Whainga Anuku trying to disrupt possession, but Māori All Blacks now in a position to close it out, maybe even finish with a flourish if they want. Walker Leaweri again just takes it into contact.
Stay up.
Into the last 10 seconds. Well, this proud record of this team looks set to continue here tonight.
Balls out.
Quinn Tupaia. It's been a great celebration of a special brand of rugby from both of these teams. Into touch it goes. And the Māori All Blacks have won this historic match, the first match featuring Moana Pasifika. Final score 28-21.
Yeah, it's been awesome and a celebration of special cultures that have given so much to rugby. Māori, Tonga, Samoa, Fiji, Tuvalu and Niue feature as well. They fought hard, they've made their people proud, and the Māori All Blacks have protected what is a very proud 100-year plus legacy.
Yeah, if you go right back to the beginning in the late 1800s, the native team that toured the world, 124 matches now, 77th win. It's a special one, but such a great bond amongst these players, because they know it wasn't just about the result here tonight. This is an important step the game has taken here. Rain starting to chuck it down now, but nothing's going to dampen the feeling around this ground. Smiles all over the place. What a wonderful way to end the season here in New Zealand. Moana Pasifika led at half-time by 9-7, but a powerful start to the second half from the Māori All Blacks has propelled them to victory here tonight in Hamilton. Final score, Māori All Blacks 28, Moana Pasifika 21.